Hi everyone, Alexander Lee from the Tippy Top in Nice, France. Following on from my prior posts about finding business ideas, I really want to drill down into solving an unmet customer need or problem. Now, the reason it's so important to solve a strong customer pain is because often a lot of people will not understand A, the problem that they're solving, and B, how significant that is in someone else's life. And just think, if you are solving or trying to solve an unmet need, why has no one else done it before? Is it because you can't do it at a affordable price point, or is there some other reason, maybe that it's actually not that big of a problem and you'll come up with a solution to what people tell you, hey, this is a problem, and meanwhile in reality it turns out they weren't interested in solving it and are not going to part with their hard-earned cash. So how do you go about finding out, is this a strong customer need or not? Now, the way to do it is to really study your customers. And by studying your customers, this doesn't mean going to them with an idea and saying, do you think this is any good? Because already you're going to precondition their mind, and there's going to be a lot of bias associated with what they tell you, and then conversely with what you hear. So you really have to go to them and say, okay, tell me about your problem. Ask them open-ended questions such as, what about this? What about that? And then really listen to the answers, and then get them to rate that pain maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, and then use a benchmark. So there must be a benchmark. Okay, you part with £100 for XYZ product. What is the pain, and where would you put that on the rating scale? And that's going to give you a better indication of their propensity to buy your product or service. Another thing you've got to be very wary of is what they call the mom test. And what's the mom test is that your mother is going to be very nice to you, whatever you tell her. And it often happens with friends and family. You come to them with an idea and you say, is this any good? And just so as not to hurt your feelings, they'll say, yes, I think it's great, go for it, and I'm sure lots of people will buy it. And they're obviously the ones who probably won't buy it, so it's very interesting. But anyway, go to them rather and say, my friend, has this potential idea or business opportunity. What are your thoughts on it? And then you're going to get a far more candid opinion of whether it's a good idea or not, and what the pitfalls might be. And I just want to follow on by saying that you may find a slightly weak customer pain and build a product and start a business. However, you might find that the customer stickiness is not there, so you're going to have very high churn rates. Your customer acquisition cost versus the lifetime value of your customers may not make sense. The equation might not work, and in that case, the business is not going to scale, and it's not going to be as financially viable as it should be. And that's really what you're going to find with these weak customer pains. It's going to be, the business is going to have to pivot. It's probably not going to be very successful, and you might draw the wrong conclusions as to, whether it's a good idea or not. But if you spent a bit more time understanding what the real strong customer pain was from the outset, you're going to have a far higher chance of success. Hope that helps you. We'll chat again soon. Have a great day. Cheers, cheers.